So it was about 7 years ago. My daughter was about 6 years old, and she got invited to a party. And it was a magician was going to be at the party. She was so excited.
They arrive with colourful costumes, oversized props, and songs that never end. But behind the cheerful facade lies a darker story.
So she was up there, and he said, "Can you put your hand out?" He put his hand out, and he went, "No, the clean one." And it was funny. We all laughed. It was funny. It's just, it's silly humour. But he broke something in my child that day.
For decades, society has trusted children's entertainers to delight and educate our youngest minds. But what happens when the line between performance and manipulation begins to blur? This is not just about fun and games. This is about a generation quietly unravelling, one magic trick at a time.
He handed me a magic wand and it just fell into pieces in my hand. It wasn't my fault, but he kept saying, "What have you done?" And everyone was laughing at me. I can still hear them laughing now.
I always say that children are like cheese. They're shaped by their environment and the experiences and conditions they're subjected to. So what you've been showing me today is particularly worrying.
And because they fear ridicule, innocent victims like Tom have suffered in silence for years.
It's made my life very difficult. I'm always worried that anything I pick up or touch is going to fall into a million pieces. It's made going to the lavatory very stressful.
98% of children will develop chorophobia, the fear of clowns, but others will develop irrational fears, along with a wide range of other severe psychological conditions. And it is the parents who are left to deal with the consequences.
He had no idea how he was going to ruin our lives. It's best if I show you. Okay, Pippa, it's time for tea.
Just a minute, Daddy. I'm just washing my hands.
Your hands are clean enough now, Pippa.
But they're not! They'll never be clean enough!
Shockingly, this is a coordinated effort. Across the globe, entertainers gather in internet forums and hotel conference suites. There, they trade ideas and techniques. They call these bits, or more chillingly, business. And business, it seems, is booming.
Yeah, I used to go by Mr. Giggles. 25 years on the circuit. I used to do them all. Birthday parties, holiday parks, a lot. But at some point it stopped being fun. For me and for them.
We travelled to the south of England to meet Dexter, a particularly extreme case.
Go on, tell them your name. My name is Dexter! He's been like this since we went on holiday to a holiday park.
In my experience, all that young children want is for their voices to be heard. But the children will literally be screaming at the top of their voices, and the entertainer is saying, "I can't hear you, I can't hear you." Can you imagine the effect that would have on a developing mind?
Can you hear me? My name is Dexter! Yes, we can hear you. So we've been suspended from school, banned from the shopping centre, banned from restaurants, and also the holiday park. It's a nightmare.
Say hello to everyone! Brilliant, nice to meet you. You gonna shake hands? There you go, nice to meet you. Now Lily and I...
A handshake, a simple gesture of trust. But when the performer refuses to let go and then pretends they are being held hostage by the child's grip, the power dynamic shifts.
Can you just show us on the dolly what the magician did to you?
Well, they just took my hand and started shaking it, and they didn't stop doing it. They just carried on doing it like this. They didn't stop.
The level of gaslighting is off the charts. I've seen children persuaded to believe that black is white or red is blue.
What colour's that one?
Red.
No, that's blue. And what colour's that one?
It's all scripted, every bit of it. The handshake gag is what we call a control loop. And misnaming colours, we train for that. There are people giving workshops on how to make children doubt their own senses.
Now she's a little bit behind with her schoolwork because we had to have an entire year off of school.
Because I was sick.
You weren't sick, you were 6.
I was sick.
You were 6!
I was sick.
Many children will carry this emotional baggage with them for the rest of their lives.
Just here?
So I've not always been known as Helen. My name was Emma, but at my 6th birthday party I had a magician, and because of what they called me, I have been truly traumatized.
I knew it wasn't real. I knew that he was controlling it. I knew that he was doing the voice. You see, I worked it out.
And I was so traumatized that my family relocated because I couldn't be called that anymore. I don't like being known as Emma Dale.
I could see his lips moving. He was just talking. Just talking in a really high-pitched voice. But he called it his friend. His little friend. His little friend in the box. I have lots of friends now.
Max's childhood experiences have left him unable to form relationships with real people. The sheer range of different psychological conditions is astounding.
It's a bit cold in here. Don't you feel a draft?
She's convinced she's 88 years old.
Mum! Can I have the scissors?
Another thing, he can't say scissors anymore.
Would you like a sweet?
You're only 8.
Actually, I can say skizzers.
But there may be light at the end of the tunnel. More and more ex-performers are speaking out.
I couldn't do it anymore. Not after the clean hand bit went wrong at a Montessori. There were tears, there was screaming, there were wet wipes, and that day was my wake-up call. I got out, and I've never picked up a magic wand again.
Just off to Benga, love.
There is hope for these survivors. Handraisers Anonymous is a support group that aims to provide a path to healing. For Tom, the first step is facing the truth.
You mean it was all a setup? Why would anyone do that to a child? Bastards!
When you think about it, some of the finest cheeses are matured under pressure. And with care, these victims can become emotionally rich, complex and strong, like a fine cheddar.
We must not let these children slip through the cracks, because with compassion and understanding, maybe they'll finally learn that they didn't ruin the trick. It was the trick that ruined them.
Are we done now? Because I really need to get back to the cheese counter. You'll be wondering where I've got to. Well, I'll see you later. See you around. Thanks.